Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here on the Master Shah Tao Center Toronto Facebook page. We are very honored and excited to be joining you today with a very special guest. We are here for Meet the Tao Hands teachers with one of the certified master teacher healer practitioners of the Tao Academy, Allan Chuck. Welcome, Allan.
Thank you, Alexia. I'm delighted to be here. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, and thank you so much. We're so excited to have you here with us. And for those of you that may just be joining us, Allan is absolutely extraordinary. Allan has actually edited all of Dr. and Master Zhigong Shah's books. And there are 11 New York Times bestsellers and countless others which you can see. And he is a certified master teacher of the Tao Academy. He has traveled the world sharing wisdom and techniques and much more. And of course, he's our Tao Hands teacher. So we are very excited, very honored, very grateful to have you here with us. And
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you. And we would love to know, Allan, what has it been like for you on your journey, specifically because we're talking about Tao Hands in this interview? With Tao Hands, do you remember the day that you got your Tao Hands, and how did that impact your life?
Well, it's been a interesting journey. I've been with Master Shah for more than 20 years now. And prior to meeting Master Shah, I never envisioned myself as a healer or as a teacher of the kind of wisdom and knowledge that I now share with humanity. So it was a gradual process of aligning with this path. And even before I received Tao Hands, it would have been in 2005, Master Shah had already given me some powerful healing empowerments to enable me to help others in a much more powerful way. And I just found that so joyful. I found my true purpose, I think, when I started really thinking more about others than about myself. And, it's not that I don't help myself. I use my Tao Hands all the time. They're part of my daily life now. But what's most amazing, I think, is that I've been empowered with more than 150 other teachers around the world to actually help create additional Tao Hands practitioners. I think that's the biggest benefit and biggest change that I would point to, Alexia.
Thank you so much, Allan, for sharing this. And there are so many people that have been touched by Dr. and Master Shah, by your teachings, and by your sharing of Tao Hands. And we have some joining us here today. So welcome. We have love from London and aloha. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And why, Allan, why would you think, why would one get Tao Hands? What is it about this modality or this transmission that, you know, really can impact one's life? Like, why Tao Hands?
Well, I think we all need healing. We all need something that needs to be transformed. It could be in our physical health, it could be in our emotions, our mind, especially in the current times. There's so much fear and anxiety and more negativity flying all around us. It could be in our relationships, it could be in our finances. There's so many economic challenges. We all have something that we need to heal and transform, that we have to make less negative and more positive. And Tao Hands is a sort of an energy and a spiritual healing modality. And it is one modality that can help with any issues you have in your life. That's one remarkable aspect of Tao Hands. I can't think of any other modality that can do that. And whatever your belief system, whatever your approaches to healing or to solving your problems, your issues. This is totally like complementary and supplementary. There's no conflict with Tao Hands and any other path you wish to pursue to resolve your own issues. We call them blockages or challenges. They're all aspects of our lives that are negative. They're not sunny and bright, they're kind of dark and cloudy. We want to bring the sunniness, the brightness, the happiness, the health, the balance. And Tao Hands, I've come to learn that I believe spiritual power is the greatest power, and energy, invisible power, is the greatest power. And Tao Hands brings you, I believe, the best of what is invisible to most of us.
Wow, thank you so much. And
Hope I didn't say too much or speak too long.
not at all. Not at
Okay.
all. This is perfect. You are
Okay, thank
perfect.
you,
This is
Alexia.
amazing. I just like digesting this wisdom. And as a Tao Hands practitioner myself, like just a lot of what you're sharing rings true through my own experiences. And I'm sure that you also have had many experiences with your Tao Hands and offering blessings and healings and experiencing in your own life. So, is there any healing or any blessing experience, anything with Tao Hands that kind of stands out or that you'd like to share with us today, like a Tao Hands story?
Sure. Well, Tao Hands can generate remarkable results. And not only for yourself, but also a very important aspect is it empowers you, gives you ability to help your family, your loved ones, even your pets, your co-workers, your communities. And it's just a wonderful feeling and a wonderful ability to possess. That is the greatest joy, I think. And it has created many remarkable results, not only for me, but I'm sure for you and all Tao Hands practitioners, because of the incredible power that these hands carry, these spiritual light hands carry. And so I can point to many remarkable results, but I would like to share, I think, the most dramatic one, one of the most dramatic ones. And that is, as a Tao Hands teacher, as I said, I'm empowered to teach Tao Hands and create Tao Hands practitioners such as yourself. And I was in India for 2 years and did a lot of that. That was really my focus in 2013, 2014. I remember having one workshop with more than 125 new and old Tao Hands practitioners. And I remember the first time I traveled from Mumbai, which was my home base in India, to Bangalore, another major city. My first Tao Hands workshop there gathered more than 60 brand new Tao Hands practitioners. So, humanity is ready for this. Humanity needs healing so much. There's so much suffering in the world. And so humanity really, really needs this and is ready for it. And I hope each and every one of you who is listening, who is not yet a Tao Hands practitioner, will dive a little deeper and be ready for it very soon. With more than 150 teachers around the world, it's very easy to connect with one of them and receive your Tao Hands. It's very simple training, 2.5 days of training with some follow-up training to follow. But the most dramatic case I want to share is the first time I taught Tao Hands in Colorado. I had 17 students. This was in 2010. And it was, I believe, in early June. And it was a very warm, early summer, late spring day in Boulder, Colorado. And we were in a very stuffy room. And it was in the second floor. The heat rose up and there wasn't really good ventilation. But everybody was engaged in the workshop. This was like the second day of the workshop. And I just transmitted Tao Hands to all 17 students in the workshop. Everybody was very happy. They shared how it felt. And I did a little more teaching. And I didn't notice that one student had left the room quietly going down the stairs. I found out later she went outside. She wasn't feeling well. It might have been because of the stuffiness and the heat in the room. But later we found out that she was actually suffering from a life-threatening attack of I'm drawing a blank, where your heart rhythm, just your heart beats like super fast, 200 beats a minute, 250 beats a minute. Okay. And she had experienced this for 4 times before. So she knew it was life threatening. She knew she had to call the emergency services, but she didn't have the strength to do that. And she didn't have her phone with her at the time. So she was really worried for her life. Somehow she made her way back in, and she made her way up the stairs, okay, and gasping the whole time. By the time she reached the top of the stairs, I didn't even notice she was gone, right? She heard me say, okay, let's practice with our Tao hands. Who wants to receive a blessing? And she gasped out from the back of the room, I do, because I'm just drawing a blank on the medical name for this, where your
Air
heart.
fibrillation?
Okay, I don't know. I drew a blank.
I
Yes,
think.
atrial fibrillation. Thank you, Alexia. And she said, "I'm going to AFib," is what she said. Going to AFib. You know, the 4 times before, we learned later, she went to the ER, and sometimes she had to get some heavy-duty medications that just took 24 hours to kick in before her heart rate stabilized. Sometimes they had to use this cardioversion procedure where they give an electric shock to the heart. They actually stop your heart and then they restart it, hoping that it'll restart in a normal rhythm. So totally life-threatening. But what did I do? I said, okay, let's give this person a blessing. All 17 of us, 16 other students and me. We gave her a Tao Hands healing blessing, and half of the students reported later, within 1 minute, they actually felt the temperature in the room drop like 5 to 10 degrees. And then within 2 minutes, the student that was suffering from AFib said, I feel okay. My heart's calmed down. And this was a chronic condition for her, right? Chronic life-threatening condition. And ever since then, to my knowledge, she's still a dedicated student. We still communicate. We're still connected with each other. And to this day, I don't think she's had a significant recurrence of atrial fibrillation. So that was pretty dramatic. And, you know, I just had such confidence in my heart and soul in the Tao Hands that I didn't think to do what I should have done. I should have called 911. I should have called the emergency services. But thankfully, there were some invisible souls behind me, some saints, heaven was behind me, and everything was okay.
Wow. That is such a significant story, and it is really powerful to understand deeper the significance and the power of Tao Hands and the opportunity that we're being given, actually coming up at the end of this month and at all of the Tao Hands weekends that we have, where you have the opportunity to actually receive Tao Hands if you do not have Tao Hands currently. Just before we wrap up, is there any last words that you would like to share? If there's anyone watching that might, be considering applying and doing their Tao Hands?
Just do it. Do it. Listen to your heart. Listen to what you really want to do. You need to help yourself. You need to be empowered more to help yourself. You want to help those you love. You actually want to help more than that, I believe. So I think that's your true nature, each and every one of you. Your true nature is a loving nature, is a helpful nature, is a serving nature. And Tao Hands can empower you to do this in a much more greater way than you're able to. We honor what you're doing now, everything you're doing to help yourself, to help others that you love and more. That's great, okay? But this is truly a unique modality. So, contact us. You're on the Master Sha Tao Center Toronto page. Contact us. And everything is virtual now. So if no matter where you are, you can join us. And if that's not convenient, we can direct you to some other more local teacher who can maybe offer you this training more conveniently. But we'd love to meet you in any event, so don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Reach out to us, and we would be delighted to connect with you and guide you in whatever ways we can on your journey of healing, of transformation, of empowerment, of love, of light, and more.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Allan.
Thank
Thank you
you,
for being with
Alexia.
us. Thank
It's been a
you. And
pleasure.
thank you, everyone who's
Thank
joined
you,
us.
everyone.
And you can click the link in the description of this video for more information. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. So bye,
Thank you all.
everyone. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.